Okay, this here is from the 2000 AD Ultimate Collection, Meltdown Man. And they only sell these in England for some reason, but they're pretty nice. Has a woven binding, and they're relatively cheap over there, but it's hard getting them over here. And I'm just gonna run through a bit of it and show it off because the art's great and the story's solid. Fun little story. But first, the only thing I don't like about it is it republishes it in a much smaller size than it was originally published. This is originally came out in these 2000 ADs, and it's quite a bit smaller. And so, unfortunately, you just don't get as good of a look at the artwork. And Bernardinelli, the artist that did this, his artwork is something to show off. It's really detailed. Looks great, especially this series here. So let's get into it. But basic idea is a SAS guy gets blown into this future world by an atomic blast that he couldn't outrun. And once on this world, he sees that, man, I'm getting a lot of glare, aren't I? Anyways, once he's in this world, he sees this oppressed, what were they called? These sort of manimal population that was genetically engineered to serve mankind. And he decides to lead a rebellion eventually. But they try and capture him, and it's pretty neat. It's got a lot of neat little things going on. It's very straightforward, but a lot of fun too. And first thing he does is run into the main villain, Lishar, and that's one of his main allies throughout the whole book. It was well, I don't remember, but very cool world building in it, and excellent art, especially for the first half. You can see this went on 52 weeks, so you can tell he's starting to get a little tired of it a ways into the book. And then each installment was like 4 to 6 pages, and that very nature seems to keep it moving at a real brisk pace. It had a lot of neat ideas in it. You have the bullmen and the vats. They're the vatmen, and all the world's food supply is so scarce from atomic war and stuff that they recycle everything, including the old, people dying. And then you have one of my favorite characters, King Seth. And he is a snake with very strong telepathic hypnotizing powers. And he is at odds with the main villain in the group. He's like a secondary villain. And he's at odds with the heroes. And he's a pretty fun character. And then the beginning, they go off in search of, I think his name was Kanita, and he's this eagle type mutant, and he also has psychic powers, and he's been talking to the main hero, trying to get him set up to where he can help free his people. And pretty cool. I'm not going to show the whole thing, but let's see here. Yeah, here's King Seth is supposed to be at the beginning the major threat, and that Kanita's preparing for. And he has this, what is it that kills King Cobras? He's a, I forget what they're called. Anyways, he gets killed early on. Gorgeous stuff. Bellardinelli is really good with backgrounds and nature, and then with these with mutants and stuff that's ugly. You can tell he really enjoys it, and you get stuff like this all the time, where it's you got these constant cliffhangers every 5 or 6 pages. Oh, and there's Kanita. Wonderful looking stuff. Then eventually they decide to split up, and they all go different ways. You got this beautiful looking map, and I don't know if I should have spoilers in here or not, but yeah, I won't say anything in case someone decides to read it. But it's pretty cool. And one of the better sections when they split apart is the tracking of Gruff the Wolfman, and by these 2 hound dogs. And it's pretty cool. And this is a great chapter. They show up at Plaguemire Swamp and catch the Meta Plague, and pretty cool little chapter or 2. And the mutants are called Yugis. And they basically do all the work. And then it slows down a little bit in the 3rd quarter of the book. Felt like it got a little bit lost what it was trying to do, and I think that's because they extended it, because originally it wasn't supposed to be this long. But the last quarter they get back to everybody gets back together and they have a lot of fun with it. At some point they make it to Snow City, and this is where they do all their crazy experiments. And it's sort of a leftover from older age when they had more technology, or a high level of technology, before they lost it. Because it's really sort of a dying civilization. And see the last little fight. Then there was this great splash page, but I can't find it. But anyways, and then at the end you have some interviews and some interesting commentary. I thought one of the most interesting things was here at the end. Hebden, the writer, he bought this animal reference book. And then when he would send over the script to Belardinelli, he would tape pictures of these different animals he wanted Belardinelli to draw as these mutant Yujis. And I don't know, I thought it was before the age of the internet, so that was pretty cool. And of course, he charged 2000 AD for the book, but he had to have it. So that's it. 2000 AD, The Ultimate Collection. Pretty good book. Catch y'all later.